Whatever it takes. Avengers Endgame is the 2019 epic conclusion of the Marvel Cinematic Universe, and it's directed by the Russo brothers, and it stars Chris Evans, Robert Downey Jr. and Chris Hemsworth. So first of all guys, I'm going to be doing two reviews for this film, the non-spoiler review and the spoiler review. This will be the non-spoiler review, so you can watch this one if you haven't seen it. There's not going to be any spoilers whatsoever. For those of you who have been watching my channel for a while, you've noticed that I do mostly horror movie reviews. I do some Marvel Cinematic movie reviews now and again, and I felt that it was only fitting to do Avengers Endgame. Now I'll be honest, there's not much I can talk about without spoiling the movies. That's why this one's going to be kind of brief. And I will say that the trailers that we saw for Endgame were basically what they did say. The director said that that's mostly the first 25 minutes into the movie, and that's true. For the first 25 minutes of the movie, we've seen most of what we saw in the previews, so that was amazing marketing. I've went to see every Marvel Cinematic Universe movie in the cinema, and I loved most of them. Some of them were okay, but I've loved most of the movies. But I think the major turning point was when the Russo brothers came on and directed The Winter Soldier. From The Winter Soldier onwards, Marvel felt more serious than it did for the first few movies. The scope of this film was massive. I don't think I've seen a bigger film than this than Lord of the Rings Return of the King. There was an epic battle scene in this movie as well that I felt rivaled, if not beat out, the Return of the King. So amazing. Just about every character from the Marvel Cinematic Universe was in this. In fact, there was even characters that I forgot all about that turned up in this movie, but again, they weren't even on the posters, they weren't advertised to being in the movie. So when I saw them on screen, it was a pleasant surprise and something that they kept under wraps really well. During the first half of the movie, there was some action sequences that were really good to watch, but most of the first part of the movie was a build up to the conclusion of not only Endgame but of the whole entire Marvel Cinematic Universe. The movie tied up a lot of things from the first phase, from phase 2 and phase 3, and it set things up for the next stage of the Avengers. I counted like 3 or 4 times in this movie that I actually cried. I couldn't help but cry. It was a build-up of 11 years of watching the Marvel Cinematic Universe, watching the characters grow, watching the actors grow within the roles, and there were certain characters in this film that I felt that it was a fitting end to some of the characters' roles, and a fitting conclusion to some of the characters as well. That's not only the reason I cried some of the times. Some other times I cried for different reasons, and you'll know what I mean when you see the movie. I can't say much because this is a spoiler-free review, so you need to look at my spoiler review for more information on that. Overall guys, I think it was an epic and fitting conclusion to the Marvel Cinematic Universe, or at least to the Avengers. Do I think it's better than The Dark Knight? I can't really answer that because a lot of people are going to compare The Dark Knight to Endgame. The two of them are amazing movies. Endgame is one of the best movies I've ever seen. At this moment in time, it's one of the best movies I've ever seen. I'm going to have to see it a few more times to decide, but it's a different movie from The Dark Knight. The Dark Knight is more of a serious, grounded movie, whereas Endgame is a fun movie, but it is serious as well. If you've seen Endgame though guys, leave a comment down below and let me know if you liked it. But again, try not to put any spoilers down below because this is a non-spoiler video. You can maybe put your spoilers in the other video that I upload later on. Anyway guys, thanks a lot for watching the game. Thanks for subscribing. I'll see you soon. Bye bye.